Welcome, ladies and gentlemen around the world, wherever you are, to Magic the Gathering Kamigawa draft, where today we have opened Arizona Asari Commander. I mean, this is fine. It's not terrible. The fact that it can lose indestructible is sad. Gold card is sad. Goshintai is okay. It grows itself each turn. If you have 2 shrines, then it grows quite big. Kappa Tech Wrecker is absolutely amazing. It is a 2 mana 1/3 with Death Touch, so it can trade with the thing, and then you can later on exile an artifact or enchantment off of the ninjutsu card. Is amazing. And then there is the Walking Skyscraper. This card is so broke. You need to have modified creatures for this to work, because otherwise, if it's like just an 8 mana 8/8, then it's not great. But if it's a 6 mana 8/8, it's insane. But Kappa Tech Wrecker, it's 2 mana, but this is colorless. We're gonna go with the colorless powerful card. This card is very good, okay? Hexproof and Trample is a hell of a combination. If you have any way to protect it, like extra protect it, like with a Tamio safekeeping or what have you, it's so hard to lose. And it's like, if you're going all in on the modified critters, then this can come down fairly early. Like, if you've got 3 modified creatures in play, then this only costs 5 mana, right? So if you go 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, such that they're all modified, which is quite possible in this format, because there's quite a few cards that put counters on other cards and so on and so forth, then you can turn 5 play 8/8. And this goes into almost any deck. Like, if you even have just 1 or 2 ways to modify your creatures, you're still gonna go for this, right? Because it's still a 7 mana 8/8 then most of the time with Trample and Hexproof when it comes down. Nothing to scoff at whatsoever. What's the hold up, fellers? What do you mean there are 2 packs? I don't see. Yes. What? I don't see my cards. I don't. Get me back in, Chief. They say there's 2 packs on me, but I don't. I didn't pick these cards. I should have a Walking Skyscraper. I don't mind the Prodigy's prototype, but I should have a Walking Skyscraper. I did not pick this for Zona. Well, I suppose we're taking the high-speed hover bike now. That's so frustrating. It's alright though. Futurist Operative is very good within the vehicles deck. This card is broken, by the way. The blue-white vehicles deck is one of the better decks in the format. And also the fact that you can do this for... this is a 2 mana, very good tempo play, and then it's also a flying attacking vehicle. This is one of the best cards in the pack anyway. But we've still got some good blue and white cards, and that 1/1 artifact that we'll take, so this was a very good pack. We took the rare, so we didn't pass any signals, but that was a wasted pick right there. We should have either picked the Kappa Tech Wrecker or the Walking Skyscraper. Basically, our deck should have a Walking Skyscraper in it. The vehicles deck does an okay job of making modified creatures. It's not the best at having modified creatures. Maybe it's Alfred best. This is fine. The vehicles deck often does overlap into the black and white deck, because black and white cares about artifacts and enchantments, and blue-white has a good bunch of both. And there's a lot of good black cards in this pack, so in case blue-white's not open, stretching out into black doesn't seem bad. 5 mana get a thing back is pretty on rate, but if we don't get the counters, then it's pretty sad. Long Reach of Night is actually fairly powerful, and I don't mind it. Kami of Terrible Secrets is also very good, but you want to make sure you have the artifacts and enchantments to put into your deck. And we passed a couple of Tech Wrecker, so I don't really want to pick up the Story Weave. We occurred along. Oh, this guy. This guy's fine. He's good value. They sacrifice a creature, so they'll probably get a token and discard a card, which is not awful. But then you get an 0/4 that can attack for a bit more, so it's a decent card. Quite alright. Thundersteel Colossus is very good in the vehicles deck because it's a vehicle. It triggers all of the vehicle effects, like Prodigy's prototype. Whenever, like every time this vehicle attacks, for example, you get this 2, and then this one guy, this one pilot can crew almost any mech you throw at him. I don't know if we'll be picking up this Grave Lighter though, because we're not really in the business of sacrificing stuff, although the 1/1s aren't bad. Might just take this Dragonfly suit, or we might still take this Grave Lighter because black did seem open, and we can probably pick up the Dragonfly suits later. And there's no guarantee that we'll take the we'll be able to play it. I don't even know what was in the second pack. Okay, it looks like we made the right choice though. We saw that black cards were flowing. We get rewarded because blue and white looks quite dry. There's a couple of fine red cards. These red cards are okay. They're nothing like awful or great even. But this is a very good removal spell, right? So I'm very happy with that. What do we have here? Ninja's Kunai, fine removal spell. It's just like essentially 3 mana, tap a creature, kill a thing. But you can pay that 3 mana in stages, which is good. Heiko Yamazaki, General. You may cast an artifact card from your graveyard this turn. So this is part of the black-red artifact sacrifice synergy deck, which is completely alright. It's a very fine deck, especially if it comes together. So I don't mind picking him. He's also the most powerful card here, I think. Definitely better than Return to Action, Combat Trick. Better than Mnemonic Sphere in a vacuum, I'd say. Although he does go very well with the Mnemonic Sphere. I think we will take that. We saw some red cards going around, so who knows, maybe. And as I say that... Oh, wait. What? I was going to say, as I say that, we get all of these great white cards, which I really don't want to pass, but at the same time, this is a 8th pick Kami's Flare? Red's open if ever red was open. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Modified creatures can, so if you can modify this, like if you can give him a counter, then suddenly he becomes a 4/5 attacker for 3. So this card, I think people sleep on it. If you have ways to make modifications happen, Guardians of War is insane. Like the 4 mana uncommon that puts counters on creatures, then the 4 mana common, the Yukai Preserver that puts +1/+1 counter. Carving that either of them into this is such a beating. I don't think we're in that business though. We are solidly in black red. Could have taken the black card, the Blade Blesser, but it's like they're both very close. I don't think it mattered. We'll grab this Kami now. This Kami is pretty good. So you can get this artifact card, but it's like the Kami will be better. This Kami will be better overall because it will, generally speaking, give you. Why did this come back? I'm gonna take it. I don't know why this came back. The fact that the crab came back also is kind of very strange. I don't know if we want 2 of these. Attacking alone is alright and all, but it's like we don't really have any cards that buff it. Are we really taking this automaton? No, I don't think I can justify taking the automaton artificer over that. Reckoner's Bargain. Draw 2 if you can sacrifice an artifact. You'll do that sometimes, sure. Scrapyard Steelbreaker, sure, I will take it. Should still have that Walking Skyscraper, man. I'm so salty about the Walking Skyscraper. I didn't pick this card. Oh my god. Put it all in the bin. You've opened an insane green card. No, I don't think we can put it all in the bin. We're in too deep. We have no green. We have a really good black card. Look at this. Generally speaking, 3 mana destroy target creature, potentially 2 mana destroy target creature. Card's great. I hate that there's 3 good green cards. Well, there's also a bunch of good black cards. We could get Dockside Chef, we could get Lethal Exploit, Assassin's Ink. So we'll probably get something out of this as well. Moonsword Hacker's not halfway bad at all either. But Assassin's Ink removal is king. Into a Gravelighter, eh? Well, if you like the first one, you might like the second one. We don't really have anything to sacrifice as of yet. We don't have any way to make 1/1 constructs. But again, I don't think we're actually picking either of these because we've got another Kami's Flare. Card's very good. 3 mana, kill a thing. I mean, 2 mana, deal 3, kill a thing. Very good. We'll take that. Yes, we will. So far from playing this Prodigy's prototype. Still probably hoping to play this high-speed hover bike. The card's very good. Nezumi Prowler. Do we like you? We do. Stoppable Ogre is not great. It's okay if you're highly aggressive, but it's not great. Igonjo is not really in our colors, although it's obviously a very fine card. Spell lands are always very good. It's between the Prowler and the Kunai, and I think between those two, the Prowler has to be a little better. I mean, the Kunai is fine, but we have double Kami's Flare, so I'm not terribly worried about that. Yeah, I'll take the Prowler. Silver Fur Master. Oh no. Second Aiganjo. Man, the White Drafter is really happy. Ugh. Such good ninja cards. I mean, if I don't take this, what am I giving up? Like, what would I take otherwise? I have no good red cards. And the black cards, like, this is just so much superior. We'll take it. Maybe there's a world in which we don't play the red. Hear me out, right? We don't play these bad cards. But we do splash for the 2 Kami's Flare. Like, maybe off of treasures or off of ecologist terrariums. Stranger things have happened, I'm telling you. This one's the bad one, right? Yeah, the one that really doesn't do anything. We'll pick up a second high-speed hover bike, but I've been very impressed with Leech Gauntlet. 2 mana 2 lifelink is okay, right? Nothing to write home about. But a 2/2 lifelink that can give anything lifelink later on is actually quite strong. We do like Naomi, Pillar of Order. The card's very good, but we can't waffle that much. That's just asking for disaster. Defend Debt to the Kami, so they can exile an enchantment, they can exile a creature. This will generally hit something in this format. This is a fine removal spell. It's an Edict, which is not always great in Limited, but it's okay. You know, it's nothing to like be like, oh no, I played this card, this is awful. I think we might actually take this Network Terminal. We're not going to play Alsari Captain. The ship has sailed a long time ago on our Red-White Dreams. Network Terminal is an artifact. It does make mana for Kami's Flare, and it does let us loot, all of which is good. I think we figured it out, Chief. I think we figured it out. And now I'm less mad about the Walking Skyscraper pick, because you're much less likely to play Walking Skyscraper in Ninjas. This card is very good, right? Yeah. You can make artifacts. So if you have artifact creatures, then you can just copy them over and over and again. And also it's a flyer, so that's just very good. Lethal Exploit came back. That's very good. We love Lethal Exploit. It's -2/-2, which is not the best. But if you control any kind of modification, which again, Leech Gauntlet, does help you modify, then you should... What? This came back? I was considering second picking that thing. Son of a bitch, I'm in. I'm in, I tell you. Wait, didn't I have stuff that looks good when I have artifacts in the graveyard? I just said Reckoner's Bargain. Then you sack stuff. It's fine, it's whatever. Calm Your Frozen Shadows. Ooh, we might actually grab this Guardians or the Kami. No, Kami's fine. We have a lot of ninjas and rogues because we have ninjutsus. So we've got 4 ninja. Actually, wait, no rogues. Could have sworn I saw rogues. Only ninjas. Okay, well, that's still probably fine enough. Okay, while we're doing that. Card's not great, but we'll probably take this since we're not playing the second Kami of Tribal Secrets. We'll just take this. Nobody wants to play red-white. That's fair. I wouldn't want to play red-white if I were them either. Well, this is much less of a train wreck than I was afraid of. Okay, well, a fantastic black opening. What's this? You can discard a creature card to kill this. Yeah, okay, well, I mean, that's good, but this just says point to a thing and it dies, so I think this is better. We'll take that. I still don't know how I feel about this Gravelighter, because I really don't feel like we have really anything that we want to sacrifice. Like, Dockside Chef wants things to eat. What food do we have to give to our Dockside Chef? This Reckoner's Bargain wants to eat. What food do we have to give it? Network Terminal? Question mark. Sorry. This is an enchantment we have that we're happy to play. This is an enchantment that we have that we're happy to play. So we have 2 good enchantments, and then what cards did we have that cares about having both enchantments? Just a Kami of Tribal Secrets, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, deck's looking pretty good so far. We are essentially mono black, but with 4 very good blue uncommons, and then we're splashing Kami's Flares. Oh no, not again. Please, Chief, not again. Coach, please. Coach, don't hurt me, not like this. Coach, I know my deck is good, but I'd like to make my picks. Coach, please. This is what I have to put up with, guys, just so I can play this game and make content for y'all. Pretty please, put me back in. I want to make my picks. Oh, thank God. It just looks like I ran low on time. Okay, we're not going to get this March. Yes, okay, I accept. No, wait, Towashi Guidebot. Adds better. Yes, we will take that. This is fine. We caught it in time. Did we pick up any things that we didn't want to pick up? I don't think so. We're on pick 3. So we made our first pick and we made our second pick. Okay. Oh my God, this card is disgustingly good. But I don't think we can pick it here because it requires you to be heavy blue and we are heavy black. So we'll just go with Dokuchi Silencer instead. Nothing wrong with Dokuchi Silencer. Card is absolutely excellent. Ninjutsuing this in and then discarding a creature card that you don't care about. Oh wait, never mind. We got a Mind Link mech that we didn't. And a third Silver Fur Master. Even with horrifying internet, I think this deck is still going to turn out to be an absolute snack. Virus Beetle. Do we prefer Virus Beetle to Mukotai Ambusher? It's a very cheap card to ninjutsu in. The thing is, we don't really have any turn 1 plays. We really would like turn 1 plays. But I think we also have so many really good things to put in. I think we'll take the Sacrifice Fodder over the other stuff. I think we want the Sacrifice Fodder more. Reckoner's Bargain is fine. It's just a draw 2. It's very good when your opponent is trying to remove stuff because it is an instant, right? So you can respond to opposing removal with this. Mind Link mech is so good because you crew it and then it has a flying and it's 4/3, but then it gets all of the other additional abilities as well. So, for example, if you were to crew it with a leech. Why like this, my friend? Is this what I stay up till 3 a.m. to have happen to me? Please reconnect. I clicked reconnect where it told me I was disconnected. Please don't derail my draft. Chief, I'm trying. I'm trying so hard. It says connected. No. Come on. Arena. I'm gonna miss one pick, but that's still okay. I think, maybe. Quickly, please. 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 Would it help if I begged? Or have you just decided you're not going to let me back in? I think you have just decided you're not going to let me back in until the draft is over. Okay, please. Please. Gods above. Oh, come on. You've loaded. You said you initialized the loading screen. So this is where we ended up with. Remember, this is after we were unable to make our first 2 picks. We literally did not see our second pack, and our first pack we picked a Walking Skyscraper, but got handed a Rizona instead. And apparently in the second half of the third pack, we were hoping to pick up some enablers for our ninjas, like some 1-drops. We got handed another Rizona. In the second half of the we couldn't make like the last 6 or 7 picks. Out of those, we got only 1 playable, which is a second Nezumi Prowler. That's the card that we got, that we can play from the second half of the third pack. The other cards, I don't even know what they were. I really wish we were able to pick up either a black-red land or a blue-red land. I would love to run these Kami's Flares. As it is, I can't justify it. I didn't have the opportunity to pick up an Ecologist Terrarium. I didn't have the opportunity to pick up any other form of fixing. Network Terminal is fine, but eventually, given that we ended up in blue-black ninjas, I don't know how good this is going to be. So this is where we ended up with. We are not playing the You Are Already Dead because we have this guy to give things Death Touch and Lifelink. We have Dokuchi Silencers, we have Assassin's Ink, Twisted Embrace, as direct point and click removals, March of Record Sorrow, Lethal Exploit. So we've got a lot of cards that just like kill a thing. So I'm pretty happy without running the You're Already Dead, and I wish I could run again the Kami's Flares, but can't justify it. Same with the Ninja's Kunai, given that we have so much good removal, probably don't need the Kunai. We actually did get past a Mindlink mech in the second pack, in a pack that we couldn't see. So I'm not unhappy about that. Card's pretty good. It's not the best in our deck because our creatures don't necessarily have super relevant on attack abilities. Well, I mean, Futurist Operative is very good because if you crew this with this thing, then you can turn this into an unblockable flyer, which I suppose is okay. But really, our creatures don't have abilities that are super relevant, except for the Silver Fur Master. Because when this guy becomes a copy of the Silver Fur Master, if I use the Master to crew the mech, then I get 2 buffs to all of my ninjas. And I have a lot of ninjas. We have drafted ninjas. We've got 9 ninjas. So that could be good. But for the most part, unfortunately, we just don't have very good things to do with Mindlink mech. Anyways, it's not a bad deck. We've got a good amount of removal, some amount of card advantage. The Kami will draw cards. We've got some enchantments. We've got a good amount of very good removal. We've got some card advantage with things like Gravelighter, Dockside Chef, Replication Specialist, which we picked up in Mnemonic Sphere. Again, that's the kind of thing that we were really hoping to pick up in the second half of Pack 3. We're not given the opportunity. Let's take this for a spin. So we're going to call this Sad Blue Black Ninjas because this is the deck that we got after half a draft. Like, imagine if we were able to do a real draft, how cool this deck might have been. Hopefully the games treat us a little bit better. And we are in. Up against Tez. Hand would be so good with a 1-drop. No, it's okay. This is fine. Everything is fine. We'll play the Silver Fur Master, and then we can... There's no real point ninjutsuing in this guy. It's highly mana inefficient. We can lethal exploit that. Oh, actually, this is not bad, because now... No. Still horrifying. I don't want to trade any of these. Let's just play our 2/4. He blocks the Exemplar really well, and it's also a 3/5 because of the Silver Fur Master, so... There's not much they can do about that. If they want to arrest this guy, I'm all about that life. I'm considering whether or not I should have put the Reckoner's Bargain in the deck. Having a good, cheap way to sacrifice things and draw cards is always good. We'll see if there are situations where we have a card that we really don't like. Wow, you are going ham on the Samurai, my friend. If you are reliably expecting this to be a colored mana-producing land for you. Then again, I would probably play one of these in my deck and name it a Ninja. More Exemplars. Exemplar for days. You're attacking... Aw, fam. I don't have any artifacts in my hand, do I? What could he have for 1 red? Whatever it is, if it increases toughness, I don't like it. We'll save it for blocks next turn. Oh no. Oh. He didn't have a combat trick. He had a way to kill this thing. That makes sense. What do we do? We only have one black, which is highly unfortunate. I think let's just pass. So yeah, it was a 4-3, so it would have killed our covert technician. That would have been a disaster. One Voltage Surge to kill them all. More example. Exemplars for days, huh? That's the baby in the background. Okay, so he's got all of this going on. I think I am going to just march this for 2. Da-da-da. And then just hit the exemplar and pay that cost right there. And now I take no damage. Yay! And then we attack here again? I don't think there's really any point because we don't really have an artifact achievement to play. We'll just play it out 3-4. And again, no attacks on the technician. And now he needs to have a trait again if he wants to get through the technician. Hang on. Just Alright, we are returned, and we are returned with the baby. With the baby into... Oh my gosh! Look at that butt. I don't think we're ever attacking with this futurist operative, but I don't know that we want to trade it for this Aiganjo exemplar either. I mean, Lethal Exploit does kill this, so you may cast target enchantment card from a graveyard this turn. No, you know what? I don't think I am going to trade that off. Then again, like... If you keep not trading it off, like, these things are always going to get bigger, and your futurist operative isn't exactly looking to attack at the moment. So, let's just trade, because if we survive, I feel like our chances to win this game are so high. Because now what we can do is we can lethal exploit the Norika Yamazi. Did I say that right? I don't think I said that right. Yamazaki. Messed that up. Because now I can then proceed to... Actually, I'm not going to attack, because I don't need to. I can threaten the block with the exemplar, and now I get to draw a card off of my Gravelighter. This is great. This is fantastic. Fantastici. Okay. Okay. Just millions of exemplars. He doesn't have any colored mana to cast any tricks. So if I block here, do we want to trade off our Gravelighter? Yeah, sure, whatever. I don't mind trading off either of these for one of his 2-1s, I suppose. Then again, no, I really don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind. Okay, well, this is not great, though. And now we are going to start hitting him in the air. No attacks. We'll threaten the block, and then if something bad happens that makes it a bad block, we'll just cycle it to draw a card. But we really need to find some card draw in here. Okay. Alright, exemplar. Give it to us, chief. If you've got a way to win this combat, that's good for ye. I really don't like that we have traded like very high quality cards for his Aiganjo exemplars, but it's okay. Repel the Vial in response. I mean, I'm still just going to sacrifice this. See what I draw. More lands, that's not great. Well, then I'm even more tempted to block this, because otherwise we're just trading 3 damage for 2. Oh my gosh! This is horrifying! I am flooding out so hard against my aggro opponent. Oh no! Oh no! Ryu Storm's Edge? Well, I mean, I don't know that we have a choice but to play this Nezumi Prowler. I mean, now with the benefit of hindsight, no, even then, Gravelighter probably trades with Aiganjo Exemplar anyway, even if we ninjutsu this guy in. Oh my, what? But I mean, if he doesn't attack with the first striker, I can block. Okay. He's gonna attack. He's gonna attack for each samurai and warrior you control. 5. Yes, I'm gonna take 10. God damn it. Really need to find a Twisted Embrace in this part of town. Otherwise, we are in deep doo-doo. I know, darling, it is unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? Some days you're punished. Oh no, he gets the trigger again, so we're actually taking a lot more than I thought we were gonna. Second Prowler, eh? That's the end of that. Defeat. Sometimes, fam, defeat is the only taste you can get. You know? It's all that you're allowed to get. I know, darling. I know how sad it is. It frustrates me too. What's a man supposed to do, huh? When he gets half a draft and then his opponent goes rare after he's used all his removal. Now, I understand what you're saying is maybe he shouldn't have used all his removal on his 2/1s and tried to maintain our board presence. Well, you know what? You're absolutely right, and that's 100% what we should have done. Also, it's waiting for the server again, so now I'm worried about whether or not I'm even going to be able to play this game. Oh no, I really hope it didn't enter me into a match. That would be an unmitigated disaster. Papa, I'm upset too. This is the exact same thing that happened that stopped me from drafting properly. If the same thing happens to my match, I'm going to be very upset. Should I restart client, darling, do you think? Let's try that, yeah? I think otherwise we are not going to be able to play the game. So I think let's kill this client and let's try for the restart and hope it works out. Please! Arena, please! Alright, come on, Arena. Please restart. I'm trying to restart you, Arena. No! Not like this! Arena, no! Arena, please! Do we have MTGA on as well? No, we don't. Oh no, the launcher is on. End task. Kill it. Kill it with fire. Okay, it's not there anymore. Now can we have arena? Okay, the launch is back. It's starting. Let's hope it didn't put us in a game. Let's hope it just disconnected us from the queue. But knowing arena, that's not how that works. Oh no. This is going to be highly unfortunate. Okay, so welcome back. We struggled through the internet in deck building. Our first match was played with very bad internet, and the second match we finally, I think, showed that net is stable. So we're doing this finally on a different day. It's a good opening hand. We'll keep it. It's a little slow, but March of Wretched Sorrow does a lot of work against aggressive decks. That doesn't mean you need to have a reinforced Ronin. This thing is gonna do like 4 damage to me. Maybe even 6, depending what I draw. Oh no. Oh no. I don't want to show them that I have a March of Wretched Sorrow, and I'm definitely not casting them that stupid Ronin next turn. So our best hope is they play an X1 here and pass. Because then our March can hit their 2-drop. Although, if they do just decide to hit us with the Ronin again, then they have established no board presence. They just like started the game at 16 life. That's fine by me, to be honest. Cool. Very cool. Okay. So now this turn, if they're Ronin again. Nah. Next turn we'll have a 2-4 to block it. I'm not worried about it. Kumano phases Kakazan. I mean, this thing is much more valuable to hit. So I think I'm just gonna eat my food, take my lumps. Uncharted Heathen is great. Oh, never mind. I didn't realize it didn't just tap. Never mind. It's not that great. It's essentially a show and fail. It's fine. It's not ideal. So now what we can do is we can go Covert Technician, and then after that we can go Long Reach of Night. If they don't kill this thing. If they do kill this thing, we'll have to march to get our life total back up. Web Spinner Cuff. Okay, well, now them playing the Ronin doesn't do anything, so I guess they're not even going to play it. Okay, cool. Excellent, excellent. So now we'll go ahead and do this. Question is now, do we want to hold up the Lethal Exploit
to give a thing -1. I think we do, because this turns this into a 3/5. If they have removal for it, they have removal for it. I'm not planning on using it, but then now, when this thing turns, I can turn that into a. I can just kill it straight up off of the lethal exploit. Commune with spirits. Really? Okay. I saw this card as bad, but it's like you need a large amount of enchantments to make this work, and well, who knows? Maybe your opponent has a large amount of enchantments. Maybe they do, you know. We've seen one, maybe there's more. It's like you're unlikely to whiff. It's a cantrip. It doesn't do much. It's a cantrip in colors that doesn't really care about cantripping. And they look like they have a bunch of artifacts. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Exile the top part of your library. So up to line of turn, play that card. Okay, that's some nice card advantage. Because now if they have a way to sacrifice it, or just if it goes later on into the game when they just sacrifice this by itself, they're going to get another card off of it, the Red Divination. What can they do for 2 mana that I'm scared of? Not much, I'd imagine. I don't think they're going to attack, right? Like, if they attack, we'll just... okay. Well, if you're going to do that, then... If you're going to do that main phase, there's no reason for me not to do this. And then Spinner Cuff can just bounce off of my Covert Technician. And also, like I was going to say, if they kill my thing, I have a Kami of Restless Shadows. Okay, well, we're going to save... Honestly, is it worth dealing a boatload of damage here? I think it legitimately might be. Put this on the Technician, though, because the Fur Master is the more valuable target. Now I have a big creature. And if they want to kill a thing, they have to kill the Fur Master. It's a shame we didn't have any artifact to cheat into play off of that. It would have been very good if we had one of our vehicles here. It's alright. We'll live. Are they really considering sacrificing this? You already played your land for the turn, didn't you? What if you just get a land off of this? It's such wasted value. Oh no, opponent. And he did hit a land off of it. Oh no. Oh no. What have you done, opponent? Why have you done this? Unless I'm miscounting and he didn't hit his land, but I could swear he hit his land drop. It's this forest right here. Yeah, opponent giving up on some free value there. Not that I think it matters. Actually, never mind. It might actually come back to bite him up. And the reason it might... Oh my gosh. Look at that butt. The reason it might come back to bite him is because having that extra card from Long Reach of Night is good. But now, hang on. Things just got interesting. Because now... Wait. Ugh. Don't have a ninja on the board, do I? No, I don't. His 3/3's already drawn him a card. Wow, the card is good! It's a divination that leaves behind a critter. Yikes! So I'm thinking, if I go Silver for a Master and make both of my guys big, then this can trade for that, and then next turn I can Kami it back. Alternatively, I could just Long Reach of Night. I think I will just Long Reach of Night. We've gotten to the stage where if we hold this for too much longer, then they're not going to be. Then we're not going to get them on the discard side. So if they decide to sack a creature, they're going to take 6. So that's unlikely. Yeah, we can hit this, and now if something terribly untoward starts happening to us, we can just March of Wretched Sorrow. But hopefully, we don't have to do that. This guy is also a ninja, so if they do find a way to kill him, he's also a valid target for the Kami of Restless Shadows. This card is really good. Wait, what? You are not channeling your Roaring Earth. You are simply playing your Roaring Earth. That's a very good card. 3 mana, 3/4. That's the stuff. A 4/5 or 2 4 toughness creatures. Okay, Sure thing, fam. I'll take my lumps. And then he has no cards to discard, so now he has to sacrifice a creature. Let's see which one he sacrifices. Because whichever he sacrifices, it doesn't matter, because the fact that I drew my land here now just lets me hit him for 5. Yeah, it just lets me hit this thing for 5. It's dead. He has now nothing to his name. He's sad. He's dead. He's dead. And in case one of our creatures die, we still have the Kami in hand to bring him back. As it is, we have lethal in play. Sacrifice a creature unless they discard a card. Good game. Okay. I mean, I was going to play my Silver Fur Master anyway, because that way it makes this guy lethal by himself, which might be relevant. I don't know. That was a pretty easy win. I mean, our deck, like, despite the mess that we had to make off the draft to get this deck going, the internet and all, it still ended up being a really consistent deck with a bunch of powerful uncommons and good removal and some amount of card advantage. And that's generally a recipe. You know, it's generally a recipe for success. So I didn't realize the way Long Reach is worded, if they don't sacrifice a creature, they don't have to discard a card if they have no creatures, because it's sacrifice a creature unless you discard. Ooh, this hand is good. I can even activate my Kami. So we'll go Dockside Chef, and then if it goes unblocked, do we put in the Dokuchi Silencer? Yeah. The 1 damage now is worth it, I guess. No. What? He has no creatures or planeswalkers. I do not desire to discard my card. Because now I have enchantment and artifact. Aiganjo Exemplar. Offer him the trade, I think. Not gonna take it. Do we want to kill it? No, I think everything in our hand is more valuable than his Aiganjo Exemplar. We'll play our 2 for it and be happy. Trading against this card feels so bad, but it's like if you just stack exemplars, like each exemplar is a 4/200 attack, so you can't even like ignore them. It's really tilting actually. Okay, whenever this attacks alone. Okay, so he's gonna pay 1, 5/3. Can't hit that. Might be worth killing it now, because it's gonna hit us for so much, and this like puts him so far back, so he's probably gonna go for the discard here, right? There's no way he sacrifices this guy, but then if he does go for the discard, we'll use our Dokuchi to throw away the Dockside Chef, and yeah, we'll trade the Dockside Chef for the Aiganjo Exemplar, because we have the Towashi Guidebot and the Kami to draw us cards, and we don't really have things that we care about sacrificing right now. So we're just going to get rid of that guy, because now this is so much damage he just can't deal. Yeah, okay, he just gives up on tempo, because Long Reach is just going to take over now. Like, if he plays a creature, it's going to get eaten by Long Reach. If he doesn't play a creature, he just keeps taking hits on board, and I have a Kami to draw a bunch of cards, so it's like, that's good. That'll do it. Three wins, you know, we're at 3 wins with our cobbled. What a disaster. Going well so far though. I mean, we have multiple uncommons that are good in our archetype. Maybe they'll see us through. And we did, like, bad internet still gave us a Mind Link mech. What a mess. Okay, this is very good. This hand is absolutely excellent, by the way, for those wondering, because oh my god! What fresh hell is this? Just making sure. So it's just a 2/4. But then if there is a world in which he makes a massive ass 10/10, that can still be destroyed at instant speed with our Assassin Sync. Okay. If we go nothing, I think we'll play the Leech Gauntlet because like there's nothing to tap down with the hover bike, and the next turn I really want to play the Mind Link mech because then I have a, oh my gosh, look at that butt. Okay, well he's probably not going to want to trade that thing, is my guess. I'll offer the trade though. Is he going to take it? Oh, he is. That's excellent. This is fine. We planned for this contingency because, of course, we can high-speed hover bike that thing. So that works out. It's not actually. I mean, it's fine, but it's not like, because now he gets a free card draw of the Octopus, which is sad. But it does mean that his Mech Titan Core hasn't gotten around to doing much, which is fine by me. Moonfolk Puzzle Maker, sure. So now what do? We can Silver Furmaster to crew the hover bike and then attack with both. This is crew 2. Okay, so Silver Furmaster, crew with him, attack with both, and now we can return the Leech Gauntlet. It deals combat damage, right? So we have to wait for it to hit. Okay, so we'll ninjutsu back this guy, because what that does is it lets us get this hit in, and now we can put the Mind Link mech in play because of the buff from the Silver Furmaster. So we gave him a card, possibly 2 cards off of the Octopus, but in turn we're just so far ahead on the board. I'm hoping it'll be enough, but we'll see. Because there's no point in him having all of these cards if he cannot deploy them. And my Dokuchis can continue to apply a stupid amount of pressure on the board. We'll see how it goes. And also if I crew my Mind Link mech, 5 mana, no plays. Ew. It's awful. It's horrific. It's terrible. All right, we're gonna play a Leech Gauntlet. What do you have to say about that? He allows it. Okay, so crew with the mech, sure. And now it's a 4/3 with lifelink. Going to head in, try for this hit. And if he blocks with the 3/5 with the Moonfolk, we will crew this guy again with the Furmaster to turn him into this thing. And that way, okay, so yeah, so, oh, can I not crew you again? Wait, where can I not crew again? Oh, it becomes a copy, so it loses crew. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Man, that's some bullshit. It's okay. We'll take care of this, and then we will play a Dokuchi. We'll play a Dokuchi. Because he is, after all, a 3/2, and he's something that can trade with the Octopus. So now we have 2 creatures that can trade with the Octopus if necessary. Seismic Wave. Sure. That's very sad. Because it's 1 damage to each critter, right? 1 damage to each non-artifact critter. The Dokuchi, after the master dies, Dokuchi only has 1 toughness, so that's not great. Okay, well that worked out horribly for us. If we had maybe ninjutsu that in, but I don't know how good that would have done. He's just drawing so many cards with this octopus. Oh no, we chose the wrong policy. Run, man, run! This is terrible. We're dead. We're dead. We're all dead. So dead. GG. The Sky Swimmer Koi can efficiently block our Mind Link mech. So I don't even know if there is a point in attacking. We'll just sit on this. I like our critters. No attacks. Hey, how many is this? 4 other artifact creatures and our vehicles. He's got 2. He's got 3. It's probably going to find the 4th one, and then there's a hasty indestructible, vigilance, lifelinking, trampling, hasty thing coming our way. Oh, that card's good. I guess we'll play it. And now all we need to do is draw a good artifact to copy. It's a shame that we have drawn all of our artifacts already. Do you have a counterspell? Disruption Protocol. This is the perfect deck for the Disruption Protocol. We've probably lost this one. Taking the tempo approach against the Acquisition Octopus did not end up working out because of that absolutely insane seismic wave. Holy, that was a blowout. Note to self, when drafting Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, or in general, don't let your opponent's 3-drop that's designed to draw him extra cards, draw him extra cards. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Unless you're gonna kill him by turn 4 or 5. That is so unlikely. Okay, well, we're okay on board for a bit. Not for long. Okay, got a Fur Master. What do you got to say about that, fam? You're not a ninja. Neither of you are ninjas. Neither of you benefit from this. No attacks, go. Oh my god, look at that butt. You need a lot of artifacts to make this card work. There's a chance he whiffs, or he gets only 1 artifact. That's an artifact creature. Actually, this is pretty funny, because if we crew this, this turns into a Silver Fur Master, and then they buff each other so this doesn't die. It's pretty funny that worked the way it did. So we are back for card, but we lose now because he has an Experimental Synthesizer, and that card, holy shit, that card is broken as all Freya. He can also Twin Shot Sniper to deal 2, so he can probably just deal 2 to the Fur Master anytime he feels like it. Yeah, just kill me! He also has the artifact creatures necessary for... It's not bad. Oh no, it is bad. We don't have an enchantment. Wait, how do we have so many artifacts in the list, but no enchantments? Mate, what? Do we even play this? Can we afford not to play this? I don't think so. We play it and we're unhappy about it. How's that? A 10/10 Mech Titan core comes our way. We're so dead. We're so dead. Also, I just want to point out, Sky Swimmer Koi blanking our Mind Link mech has been really annoying. We also haven't drawn any for removal. That's also been very unfortunate. Alright, he has enough for the Mech Titan core. Is he gonna go for it? I hope he does. I mean, do I hope he does? I mean, yes, because it's very sweet. But I mean, in terms of winning the game, because it's gonna wrath my board. What would I even trade it for? Okay, are you just playing the Kami? Okay, fine by me. Leech Gauntlet. Nothing I can do about that. So, we'll just crew up that guy and give him lifelink. That guy's dead. This thing drew 2 cards and made a 2/2. Broken ass magic card. What the Freya? Oh, come on! Also got one for the mech. Okay. We got nothing. What do you got? I mean, he can attack with the flyer. I don't know why he's not attacking with the flyer. He has a reach critter. Nobody has died this turn, so this would require both players to sacrifice. It's much better on his front than it does on ours. We're not even going to play this. Oh, this is so unplayable. What am I even doing with my life? There is no card I could draw in my whole deck that gets me out of this. I let my opponent draw some cards with an Acquisition Octopus, and the rest is history. Don't let the opponent draw cards. Alright, but tell me we can get like a couple more wins. We were doing so well. It would be so upsetting if we just had to throw it all away now. Half because I'm punting, out of practice, rusty as the gates of Erebos, and because my internet didn't let me draft. That would be truly unfortunate. Come on, mate. Let's do this. Let's go the distance. Let's make up the money we paid to do this draft. Get our 4 wins. Come on. Alright, there we are. But we're up against Bill Nye, though. Can we ever win against Bill Nye? Unlikely. But this game is great. Hopefully he doesn't have a turn 2 play, because then I can... It's actually roughly the same still, because now he can attack here. Is there any point in ninjutsuing this? I don't think so. I mean, he's not going to block. Do I ninjutsu in the Silver Furmaster? We don't really have any other ninjutsu in hand. We could just play the Furmaster. I think we will. This is fine. No need to get fancy with it. Containment Construct. Card's great. No, thank you. I'll keep my Furmaster. Great draw. We'll submit 0. Hit that thing for 1. To pay. It's very unfortunate we couldn't just slam the Mind Link mech, but it's okay. We're not falling too far behind. Both players are stuck on lands, it would seem, but he had a really good 1 into 2, and I have to imagine he also has a good 3 drops in hand. Yeah, see, so if he could have gone Modern Age, discarded a land and then played that land off of the Containment Construct, that would have been a disaster. Okay, he's just getting rid of that. That's fine. Okay, this is good. I will play the Mind Link mech now, and hit him, get him, and then next turn we will crew our mech with a Farmaster, because then it will be a 5/4. And that's pretty big. It's a 2/3. Okay, Cool. I mean, we can already attack through the Moonfolk Puzzle Maker. And we're not ever really blocking with the Furmaster, so... Okay, well, under these circumstances, let's... Because if we crew it with the Furmaster, if we crew it with one of these Furmasters, he suddenly becomes a 6/5 and a 4/4, and now I can attack into both of these guys, and then if he blocks one, I can just kill the Patchwork Automaton, because the Patchwork Automaton is going to get bigger as the game goes on, so I'm completely happy trading it for my Furmaster right now, because Lethal Exploit isn't killing it anytime soon, right? And then Moonfolk Puzzle Maker has a very hard choice to make about whether or not she should chump the Mindling mech. Like, she wasn't blocking it anyway, but now it's just like so out of hand. It's like there are just very few good choices, because if he decides to block, he needs to keep up his board presence. He's going dangerously low though. He's dead on board. Well, no, actually, never mind. He has the flyer, because I was gonna say he's dead on board even if he doesn't know it, because I have the high-speed hover bike. As it is, he's not actually dead because he has 2 flying blockers. So depends on what he does this turn. If he goes Moonfolk Puzzle Maker again, that could be pretty funny. If we draw the 3rd Furmaster, could you imagine? Because then all of them just get so giant. What are you doing, opponent? What do you got? Do you have one of them board wipe thingamajiggas? 2 damage to each, 2 damage to one thing, and then 1 damage to each non-artifact creature, and then just kill all my stuff like the last. Oh, just gonna 4 mana bounce a thing. Doesn't bounce artifacts, unfortunately, so he can only bounce a Furmaster. Yeah, bouncing Furmaster obviously makes sense. Does he attack? I mean, he can attack with a 3/3. No, he's scared. He's not gonna do it. Fine by me, champ. Fine by me. So if I do this. And now, same trick, right? Now they're 4/4s, 5/5s because I have 3 Furmasters. If I attack, what are his blocks? Nothing good because I have a Lethal Exploit. Again, they're champs. Get 'em! If he just chumps with the Patchwork Automaton, I'm very happy. But you gotta chump this guy too. You don't have enough flying power to threaten him. Wow, Furmaster with the Mind Link mech is doing work, let me tell you. Yes, so opponent, this is going to not work out great for you. Because once this goes through, next turn what I can do is hover bike down your flyer, and then I have 2 flying threats and you're dead. So this clears out a lot of the stuff. It's a shame we didn't have the 2nd black for the Lethal Exploit. If we did, this would have we could have even potentially protected our Furmaster from dying, and then we also could have killed them both. That would have been very cool. Twin shot sniper. He's still dead, right? It's obviously gonna shoot the Furmaster. Yes. And then if he attacks with the flyer, he's just dead. It's not gonna attack with the flyer. Okay, so hover bike in. Get the tap down the sniper. No blocks. Pass. My turn. The double black is really hurting, isn't it? Oh my goodness. So I can just make 2 lethal threats of the Tawashi Guidebot is why I know I could win, but not having double block almost cost us there because of the twin shot sniper. It's okay, so we'll crew this. Oh, actually, I don't even know why I'm holding full control. I don't need to, because I'm just crew this and then make this a 3-power critter, and then modify this thing, and then 2 flying attackers. Yeah, dead. But that was sneaky. Trading away the Far Master opened us up to getting twin shot sniped. Because we didn't have the second black. If we had the second black, the lethal exploit would have allowed us to keep the Far Master alive. So maybe we shouldn't have attacked the Far Master, but then we would have gone for. I don't know. It's okay. We're fine. Everything is fine. This is fine. Everything is roses. Hey, that's my avatar. Heilma Wolf. Oh, hey, I'm a wolf. You're a wolf and I'm stupid. Keep. Snap keep. 1, 2, 3, 4 black cards. 2 islands. No black mana. Snap keep. You know why? Because I have a Mind Link and a Silver Far Master. If I draw a single black source, this hand is busted. I have removal, I have lifelink, I've got wasted power of the Mind Link mech. If I draw any land, I can still play my Mind Link mech on turn 3. Unfortunately, did not draw a black source, but it's okay. Modern Age, very good magic card. On turn 4, you get essentially a 2-mana. Smooth out your draw so nicely. Okay, but double black card's not quite what we needed. And see, now we kind of really need to draw a black source, because if we don't draw a black source, we cannot power up the mech. But if we do draw a black source and we go Far Master, then we can attack for. We can attack for 5 in the air off of the Far Master. That would be very powerful. Come on. No! It was greedy. It was. I know it was. But it could have been so good. Oh no, he has the Moon Circuit Hacker. This is the end. Hold your breath and count to 10. Feel. Oh, what a disaster. What an unmitigated disaster. First with the internet, and then with the first 2 games where we're not being allowed to play the first 2 games almost because of the internet, and then barely making it this far, and then getting flooded, and then just punting away the one. It's okay, it's fine, we're alive, we can draft again, but yikes.